What's poppin', y'all? Lil Yachty's getting tired of the disrespect people are putting on his name as of late. He just did a song recently with this guy Ian, who's one of the newest, hotter rappers that comes out of the SoundCloud sound scene. I wouldn't say he came out of SoundCloud necessarily, but this guy's been going up as of late. Yachty did a song with him, and people decided to make some comments on Yachty. I wouldn't say they went in on him because of one of the bars he dropped on the song. And one of the bars that he dropped on the song was, "No, I'm richer than your favorite rapper. If not, then God kill my mama." And someone quotes it or posts it and says, "What possessed him to put this on his mom?" Skull emoji. I wouldn't see, the first thing that goes on in my brain is, wow, this is an excellent engagement baiting post. Is this a promotional post? Now, I did post this on my IG. I can tell you that I just posted it just to post it because it's a really good post regardless. I wasn't paid to post this, but my brain thinks this is something that's worth paying for because a lot of people are going to pay attention to this song and in turn pay attention to Ian. The song was on Lyrical Lemonade. The guy needs more eyes on him. It's not that he's struggling, but he's in the phase where he needs to keep growing his fan base. This is a song with Lil Yachty, so it would make sense to invest in marketing and promotion for it. So someone replies and says, "Damn, he willingly jumped on that crack both feet." And they're comparing net worths of Lil Yachty, and someone put Kendrick Lamar. They're putting people's favorite rapper at 90 million, which is what Google says, and Playboy Carti's net worth at 20 million, which is what Google says, and then Lil Yachty at 8 million, which is also what Google says. And Lil Yachty replies to this and says, "I made 8 million in my first 8 months of rapping in 2016 on God." I would not be surprised because if you guys remember years ago, Lil Yachty was talking about having made $13 million in a year. And for a lot of rappers, their first year or two, especially when they've got a hit or multiple hits or a hot streak, you got to think Lil Yachty didn't only have the couple of hit songs that he had, like Minnesota, what's the other one? One Night. He was also on Broccoli, which was a smash hit. That song's got more streams than I can even think of. So that was Broccoli. That's probably got almost 1 billion streams. And you got to think this is pre-streaming era. This is in the transitionary period. And he was also on I Spy with Kyle, which was a smash. So Yachty was on some gigantic songs at that time. He was doing show after show. He had a Sprite deal. He was kid friendly. He had a Nautica deal, I think. So his first 8 months, I would not be surprised if he made $8 million. I wouldn't be surprised if he got a fat record deal too, which is probably maybe half of that 8 million. Granted, what happened after, I don't know. But regardless, even if Yachty made 8 million, that doesn't change the lyrics of the song, which is made more than your favorite rapper. He did not make more than most people's favorite rapper. Now, if they're favorite rappers like Yeet, yeah, of course, Lil Yachty made more than him. He's just been in the game more than him. Guy's been in the game for 8 years, which we gotta put respect on his name for. Not many people, actually maybe 9 years. Lil Yachty. I think I remember something from Lil Yachty in 2015. Towards the end of 2015, though. But we got to put respect on Yachty. He's been in the game for almost a decade. Not many people expected this. Joe Budden definitely didn't expect this. Especially for him to still be putting in work. Especially people loved his last album. Now, I wasn't one of those people that loved it, but people did. And that's an important note to make when it was far different from a lot of the other music. And he's developed his music too. The guy really learned how to rap in a completely different style. He dropped that psychedelic album. That's a completely different style too. So Yachty's done a lot. We got to put some respect on his name. With that being said, there is also the controversy that came with his Concrete team, record label, whatever you want to call it, with this girl, Caribou. So Caribou is reportedly no longer part of the label. I posted this on my IG. You should all be following me at helloyassine. Who else would you follow on Instagram? Let's keep it real. Your family and me. That's it. That's all we need. And maybe close friends. I may let that slide. But she allegedly left them. She unfollowed Lil Yachty, Draft Day, and some guy named Camo, who I have no idea who that is. I remember Draft Day because the only reason I remember Draft Day is Lil Yachty announced somewhere, "Yo, I'm signing my first artist after the sailing team, this guy Draft Day." And then he had a song, and then I don't remember anything else after that. And then she was removed from the IG bio for Concrete Boys. Lil Yachty responds somewhat to this situation, saying on Twitter, "Y'all be letting this internet guide y'all, and real life stuff is different, I'm telling you." He didn't confirm or deny it. I think we know the reason. No, it's not we know the reason why. we know or should know that she left and she's no longer with them. But I think it's the reason why that people are assuming, and Yachty is saying, oh, that's not why. Some of the reasons why is she felt like she wasn't getting pushed hard enough, which we need to talk about this. Is it that she's not being pushed hard enough, or is it that she's not sticking? These are two completely different things. In my belief, Lil Yachty has done anything and everything to put this Caribou girl in front of everybody's face. I've seen her multiple times. Number one, the first time I seen her, she was in some car, I think, and then she turns around and like sticks her butt in the camera. But I think this is an old video that she didn't want surfacing and people surfaced it. So this was the first time I had seen her. And then another time I've seen her when they were putting rumors about them dating. And then I seen her when they put up a freestyle. And then I seen her when they were doing like this Concrete Boys thing with Cenat. And that's just me, who's really not plugged in to what's ancillary to Lil Yachty like many other people. So if she's consistently being put in front of people, yet she's not going up, she's just not sticking. Maybe that's her fault, but I don't think that's Yachty's fault or the team's fault. They're doing as much as they can. She needs to do more, whether it's to be put in front of a different audience because she's not sticking in front of the audiences that she's currently being put in front of, or she needs to get better, and perhaps she needs to do more on her own, because I haven't seen her get talked about viral or somewhat viral, right, at least within our niche, for doing something completely on her own, independent of Yachty or anybody else associated with Concrete. Now, I don't know the reason why she left. There could be a multitude of different reasons. We probably won't ever really know unless she does an interview and then both sides start talking about it. But that's all I've got to say on that specific topic. We've got another one, which is Cenat talks about him leaking or playing the Drake song, and we have to make a correction. In the previous video, I talked about, hey, Drake potentially leaked this to Cenat. I didn't say that's what he did, but I'm saying that's possibly what happened, and it would be a teaser or a tester for whether or not this song was good enough to release. The song did not publicly release, and we've come to find out from, let me just play the clip of Cenat first, when he's in the U-Haul.
Here's the thing about clips, bro. The clips doesn't explain the full story, so dumbass idiots see and just run with it, right? So when Yachty sent me the track with him and Drake on it, they was coming at Drake as if and saying that he sent me it, like he sent me it to play it, like, you feel me? Then on top of that, they was on my ass for me, like the way I was reacting because I was yelling because I didn't know that Drake was on the track. Word to my mother, Yachty sent it to me live. I asked him live, can I leak the whole thing? He said, yeah, fuck it. I played it. I didn't even know Drake was on the track. You know what I could have did with that? I could have took the unreleased and ran up a milli with that motherfucker, bro. That's why I reacted the way I did. Cause I had an unreleased Drake tag. Nigga, my family would have.
So Cenat says that Yachty sent it to him, and then he had no idea Drake was on it. So we got to take away that Drake maybe is the one that sent it, okay? Hey, maybe he sent it to Yachty, and then Yachty sent it to Kai, but I'm not going to do that whole like back and forth thing. My assumption was incorrect. I never said that's what happened, so we have to make that clear. However, the sentiment is still there, which is they're teasing tracks to see if people mess with it, and then they'll drop it or not. Now, Yachty doesn't do this as much as Drake, so I can't come at Yachty and be like, yo, why are you teasing tracks to see if people mess with it? Dude, Yachty dropped a whole, like, that psychedelic album. Nobody knew what that was going to sound like, and people received it well. So Yachty's got the chest, is that the word? Yachty's got the fire inside him and the belief in himself that if he wanted to drop something, I don't think he'd be looking for whether or not people thought it was hot or not. I think he would just drop it. What I'm surprised with is a Yachty song that doesn't start off with Yachty. Like, this song starts off with Drake. That's kind of odd. We haven't really got something like that since Look Alive, a song that went big. And this song is still not out. So I think Kai just had to address the situation because maybe like people, Kendrick stans. Probably because of Kendrick stans, let's be honest. So we got to loosen up on Drake for that one. Pause on that. But regardless, my opinion on the song still stands. It still isn't out. I don't think, if that is a Yachty song, that does not feel like a Yachty song, because I said that song would be better with Yachty not on it. So that's what I've got to say about that situation. But this is all good for Lil Yachty. He's in the mix. He's being talked about. Sure, it's probably less ideal than he would like because he can't fight internet narratives, and that's the problem with being a rapper. You sometimes just have to deal with these and wait for them to pass, and you look like the villain. But I'm interested to see what he's going to release next. And anticipation is not something that I've really had with Yachty in a very, very long time. After that last album, it really made me think, okay, where is this guy going now? And whether or not I like it, it's got me intrigued, paying attention, and anticipating, which is the best position you could be in as an artist. That's what you want, especially this far into the game. The guy's all damn near a veteran. What do we say, 10 years in the game? So he's not quite there yet, but he's still moving and shaking at the top level, especially working with Drake. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Thank you for watching. Peace.